Some of you men have worked on my ranch and shared the crops for 20 years, and others are not so long. And I've always looked after you and protected you. And that's what I'm doing now.
Just a minute, Ben. Let me speak to Andy. We know you've looked after us through the plague and drought. I even know you've dug down in your own pocket, paying us more for our crops than the market price. We don't doubt you'll stick with us, but already 4 men have been murdered by this vicious band of killers. We want to know what you'll do.
Yeah. What are you going to do? I'll tell you what we'll do. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll wipe them out. Billy, come here. Men, I want you to meet a friend of mine, Billy Carson.
Howdy.
Billy runs a spread over in King County. He's had the same trouble that we're having here. Go ahead. Tell him about it, Billy.
Well, about 6 months ago, a band of men moved in and started raiding and killing, just like they're doing here now.
What did you do?
We organized and ran them off.
Yeah, that's what he's here for now, to help us.
Andy, somebody peeking in through the window. I'm going to have a look-see.
He's gone out to do a little investigation. He'll be right back.
What'd you find out?
They're holding a meeting. Looks like they're going to organize.
Organize? Why, we'll have most of them cleaned out before they have a chance to get started. Here, take a look at this map. Now, we'll raid the south end tonight. These places. These 3. We'll take the Collins place first, then Taylor's, then Foster's.
Are we wiping them out the same as the others?
The only good sharecropper is a dead one. Now, we'll ride into the Collins place from here.
At the rate we're cleaning out those sharecroppers, old man Jones ain't going to have anybody living on his place.
Well, he'll either be forced to sell out or get out.
It's going to be a mighty sweet price for the boss. This Jones's boundary's taking the whole county. Looks like we ought to get a bigger cut.
We are getting a better cut. Only the men who hired us for the job don't know it yet.
Oh.
That's probably the big boss. Now's as good a time as any to tell him a few things. Now, you boys get in the back room. If I need any help, you know what to do.
Howdy.
Well, howdy. Well, I don't remember having any business with you.
No, but I have business with you.
Yeah? What kind?
My name's Carson. I own a ranch over in King County. I dropped on over here to pay a visit to my friend Andy Jones.
And now you're paying me a visit. All right, what's on your mind?
Several things, but mainly the night raids on the sharecroppers.
Yes, I've heard about those raids. But if you have any clues as to who's doing them, well, the sheriff's the man you want to see.
I think you're the man to see.
You better be careful with your talk, Carson.
It'll be better if you listen. Call your men in. They might be interested in what I have to say.
All right. Come on in, boys, and join the party. Carson here wants to do some talking.
That's better.
He seems to think that we're mixed up in the raids on those sharecroppers.
I'll do the talking.
All right. But let me tell you something first. We are law-abiding citizens.
Good work, Jaeger. Are we going to finish him?
Yeah, come on. Wait. I have a better idea. You know, I think he'd look better with a handkerchief tied around his face and a bullet in his back. Found on one of these sharecroppers' ranches. That's a good idea. Come on, let's get him up. Let's get him out of here. You want to do more talking, Carson?
You won't get away with it, Thorne.
You won't be walking around to know whether I do or not.
Well, he's through. Who's next?
Foster's place. The party's going to get more interesting as we go along.
Where do we go from here?
Well, I'd only planned one more raid, the Taylors. Seeing as how you've been so cooperative, we're going to include you in that little old blister, Andy Jones. We'll make it a clean sweep. Are you about ready to talk some more, Carson?
I'll have plenty of talking to do when the right time comes, son.
You better hurry, because you haven't got much time. All right, men. One more sharecropper, and then we'll attend to our friend here and old man Jones. Well, it looks like we've lost him. There'll be only one place he'll go. We'll get him and Jones together at the ranch. Come on.
Andy, wake up. Hey, if you gone plumb loco waking me up in the middle of my nap, where you been?
The raiders are out.
Raiders? Why in tarnation did you say so? Get out of the way and let me get on my boots. We gotta stop them.
They already killed the convicts in the fort. Who brought the news? I did. I saw it.
You saw it and let them get away with it?
Where do you keep your guns? Here in that bottom drawer.
You sure ain't the man you used to be. A lot of good meetings in. Come on, I'll tell you all about it later.
bad, Andy?
No, you dang fool. I'm making mud pies.
I'll have to get a doctor for you.
Get me up out of here. Get my horse. We'll go after him.
No, you can't ride.
Don't tell me what I can do. Get my horse.
I'll have to get a doctor for you.
I can ride. I can. There ain't no violence in the world that can kill me. There ain't nobody can. There ain't a bullet big enough.
Take it easy, Andy.
A bullet ain't no bigger than just the end of your finger. I'm a man. A bullet's just a little old chunk of lead.
We didn't expect all of these murders, Thorne.
Well, what did you expect? You hired me to get rid of the sharecroppers, and I'm doing it.
Well, I guess it's all right. I better get over and see Andy.
Well, if he ain't dead yet, you'll have a chance to finish him, eh, Doc? And don't forget, stop by the office and let me know.
What are you all dropping at me like that for? You think I'm going to die? Well, I ain't.
There isn't any bullet big enough to get you, Andy. You said so yourself.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh, you better try to get some rest, Andy.
Rest. I got some talking to do, and I'm going to do it.
All my life, I've been telling myself and everybody else what a rip snorting son of a gun I was. I don't know whether I fooled anybody else or not, but I sure didn't fool myself. You know why I done it, Billy?
No, Andy.
Because I'm such a little runt. Now, if I'd have been a big man, I reckon I'd have been like you. Easy going and afraid of nobody.
You're as big as any of us.
Don't soft-soap me. I know what I am. Just being a little man, I had to fight everybody to show them they couldn't lick me. Did you get them killers?
They got away.
I thought they would if I wasn't there. You'll have to get them, Billy. You'll have to run them down.
Do the best I can, Andy.
You see what I'm up against, Doc? How can I be sure they get them if I ain't here? You think I ain't got a chance, don't you?
Well, I don't think any ordinary man in your condition would have a chance. But you're no ordinary man, Andy. You might pull through. Maybe you'll never die like ordinary mortals.
Maybe I will, maybe I won't. But I got plans, a parcel of plans. You through patching me up?
Yes?
Well, then run along. I got business to talk with Billy. And you men can clear out, too. There's plenty of work to be done. Not much time to do it.
Well, you might fool us, Andy. But I'd try to get a little rest. I'll drop in and see you later.
You dang right I'll fool you. There's a lot of others, too. Billy, I'll send for my twin brother, Jonathan. He's about my size, that dang little runt. Found a hill of beans, run out on me years ago, and I've never had anything to do with him since. He can help me now.
How can he help you?
By acting like he's me. Now, listen closely. Here's the way we'll work it. When my brother arrives...
Well, how'd you make out, Doc?
Andy's pretty bad. I don't think he'll live.
What? You left him and he's still alive?
I'm a doctor. I try to save lives.
You mean you were a doctor? You know, there's a law against practicing medicine without a license.
See here, Thorne, you're going too far. Remember, you're working for Bentley and me.
You think so? Well, I haven't gone half as far as I'm going. You know, I'm beginning to like it around here. There's going to be some big opportunities when that Jones ranch is cleaned out. I hear the railroad's coming through. New towns will be opening up. New settlers wanting to buy land. So I just thought I'd let you know that I'm dealing myself in, Doc. And if you know what's good for you, you'll take care of Andy Jones before our next meeting.
Looks like it's your move, Bentley.
I tell you, I stopped by the ranch and he's cleared out.
You send out a posse?
Oh, what'd be the use? Had a 24-hour start. Besides, there's no clues where he went.
Are you sure of that?
Certainly I am.
I don't think he's so far away.
I could have you locked up for such talk. Insinuating that I'm harboring a criminal, interfering with the
Get this thing straight, Bentley. I got a personal score to settle with Thorne and his gang. Either you get him or I will.
Hey, is this the Jones Ranch?
Andy Jones's ranch. You're Jonathan, aren't you?
Jonathan? Well, I reckon I did travel by that handle at one time, but where I come from, they call me Fuzzy. Fuzzy Q. Jones. I presume you're Billy Carson?
That's right.
I got Andy's message, so I come sailing down here as fast as I could. What's the trouble?
Hey, your brother's been shot.
Shot? You know who done it?
Yeah.
Did you kill a critter?
Not yet.
Well, you young whippersnappers ain't got sense enough to come in out of the rain. Andy's been shot and you ain't done nothing about it? Well, I'll have that low-down coyote dangling on the end of a rope before sundown. It's a good thing that Andy sent for me. Where is he?
He's in his room.
Well, get out of my way. I'm wasting my time talking to you.
John.
Andy.
Sit down. Don't stand there gawking at me. I got some talking to do. You look just like the same no-account brother that left me years ago.
And you're the same cussed snake-hide brother I used to lick. And I can do her again.
You think you can run this ranch?
If you can run it, I can.
Well, can you boss men? Can you fight?
You talk like you was delirious. Tell me who shot you, and I'll show you whether I can fight.
What have you been doing all these years since you run out on me?
Well, I'm the best dang sheep raiser in the southern part of the state.
Sheep raise? Billy, did you hear that? Jonathan says he's a sheep raiser.
Yeah, Andy, I heard it.
No wonder you never amount to nothing.
You better rest, Andy. We can talk it over later.
I'm going to take a long rest pretty soon. I got things to tell you.
Oh, we can let it go to tomorrow.
It ain't going to be no tomorrow for me. I got to keep on living, you. You got to dress like me, act like me, so nobody will know the difference. Because without me, this valley is going to ruin. You understand?
Yes, Andy. I understand.
I think we all better leave now.
Bye, Andy.
Now, you're sure that Andy Jones is dead?
I was there when the end came.
Good. Now we can start some action and take over.
Thorne, I want you to understand that Bentley and I are against any more of these killings.
I'm giving the sharecroppers a chance to get out peaceful. And if they don't, then we'll have to get rough again. Here, take a look at that.
Oh, we just saw him hauling the coffin away from the Jones ranch house.
Well, just checking up, Doc. You know, we can't be too sure that Andy Jones is out of the way.
Hey, ain't it funny they're burying him in the dead of night?
Well, they're probably glad to get rid of the old blister. We're taking over the Jones place, men. Now, here's what I want you to do. You and Madison leave one of these at the Jones ranch.
Well, suppose Carson makes trouble.
If he does, I'll deal with him personally. Get going.
Here, you men take these to the sharecroppers.
In 24 hours out, we'll have the Jones ranch in our hands.
Not as fast as that. You're forgetting the legal end.
You told me you and Bentley had that fixed, and you'd better have it fixed.
Well, Andy had no heirs, and if no other claimant shows up, the ranch is
ours, providing you still want to stay in.
Don't seem to be anybody around.
They're probably still out there,
Come on, Thorne said to have a look around. Now's a good chance.
like we got visitors.
Wait here. What do you mean, wait here? With them low down sneaking critters robbing Andy's house, well, I'll tear him from bush.
Now, listen to me. It's important to do this my way. Looking for something, boys?
Yeah, Carson, we brought you a paper. Read it.
And that means you. This is a phony. This ranch still belongs to Andy Jones.
You think you're smart, don't you? I saw you and the men carrying out his coffin tonight.
That's what you think.
Andy Jones!
Hey, what's happened to them? They act like they've gone plumb local.
From now on, they're going to be plenty more local. You're going to be Andy's ghost.
What?
Andy's ghost. Come on, we've got to follow him.
What's the matter with you two? You look like you'd seen a ghost.
Well, it was either a ghost or Andy Jones is still alive.
What are you talking about? Doc saw him die. You saw him haul the coffin away.
Yeah, we saw the coffin, but we saw him.
You saw Andy Jones?
He was there as big as life. Yeah, I walked right in the room.
You're either drunk or crazy. Andy Jones is dead. You show me this ghost, and I'll show you how quick he'll stop a bullet.
Look, there he is.
Look at what?
Well, he was right there. His face against the window.
Oh, I know you're crazy. Come on outside. Well, do you still think you saw a ghost?
Well, whoever was looking through that window looked like Andy Jones.
Well, there's one sure way to find out. Come on, we're riding.
Thorne's going to be the hardest one to convince.
Convinced about what?
Andy Jones is still alive. Go ahead.
Now, take a look. It's Andy Jones, ain't it?
That's him, all right.
That's him, all right.
All right. Don't give me any more of this ghost stuff about you seeing him walking around. Now, fill it up. Come on, we're riding. I'm going into town and make arrangements for the final cleanup. You fellas wait for me here.
Bud, we got to convince him that Andy's still alive.
Leave that to me.
I don't care what we saw at the grave. I know what Madison saw. He come walking right toward us at the house. Yeah. And I saw him at the window.
You boys better change your brand of liquor. Hey, take a shot of this bourbon, then you'll know you saw a ghost.
There he is.
Nice work, Bud. They hightailed it out of here like the devil was after him. Come on.
So we went out to the grave and dug it up.
Was he there?
Sure. Dead as a hornet. Bentley, I guess Doc told you that I'm cutting myself in on this deal. Well, don't worry. There'll be plenty for the three of us.
And we saw him again.
Saw who?
Andy Jones. He came to the hideout.
Now, that's right. Shut up. Did you see him, McGill?
Yes, I did too.
I'm through, Thorne. I'm clearing out.
Oh, so you want to quit?
I ain't fighting ghosts.
Wait a minute. But if you figure on quitting, Yeager, I want to make sure you keep your mouth shut.
Well, don't worry. I ain't talking.
No, I don't think you will.
All right, has anybody else got any crazy ideas about quitting? No? Then come on, we've got work to do. Say, is Andy Jones dead? Every one of us sharecroppers in the valley got one of these tacked to our door last night.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got on my door. If we don't get out, we'll all be murdered.
We want to know if Andy is still alive.
What's all the shooting about?
I'm warming up the trigger finger, getting ready to do a little fancy gunning.
It's Andy. He's alive.
Doggone right I'm alive.
I'll explain it all to you later. Now we're riding. Go on.
This is the showdown, men. We're out to clean up throwing in these gangs. You men wait here. If we need you, you know what to do.
All right.
There's only one of them inside. I'll go in first. Remember what we talked about. Talk fast, mister. Who are the leaders of the raiders besides Thrawn?
I don't know nothing.
I think I know a way to make you talk.
Hey, look. It's Andy. Andy Jones.
Now will you talk?
Yeah, keep away from me. I'll tell everything I know.
Who are they?
Doc. Doc Packett. Keep away from me.
Doc Packett, eh? Come on, get out of here. Some of you men take care of him. You, Shorty, come on, hurry up. You wait here, men. Doc Packett will probably need a little special persuading.
Let me get my hands on them low-down critters,
I know a way to handle him.
Andy Jones.
Take it easy, Doc. We know you're tied up with Thorne. Start talking.
All right, I'll talk. But you're not Andy Jones, are you?
I might not be Andy Jones, but I'm one of the Joneses.
Who's in this with you, Doc?
I know we made a mistake when we joined up with Thorne. He's done a lot of things we wouldn't have done.
Who's we?
Keep talking.
Deputy Sheriff Bentley's with me. We were both against the raids and killings. Thorne did that.
Where is he now?
He's gonna raid the sharecroppers tonight if they don't get off their ranch.
Got no time to lose. Come on, you get out of here. Here's 2 more. Take care of them. We're going to pay Bentley a visit.
That looks like Carson and his men. Now I get it. Well, he's Andy Jones's brother.
Yeah, the ghost we saw.
A flesh and blood ghost. Come on, let's see what he's up to.
Bentley will tell us where Thorne is.
It'll only take a minute, boys. Sheriffs ain't hard to handle.
Is the old crowbait in there?
Yeah. Hold this.
What's it for?
Tell you in a minute.
I told you to get Thorne and his gang, Bentley. Now I know why you didn't. You ain't gonna see me until I want you to see me, Bentley.
Who are you?
You ought to recognize my voice. Remember the last time I talked to you when I was dying in bed?
Andy. Andy Jones.
Ask him where Thorne is.
Where's Thorne?
I don't know where he went.
You're lying, Bentley.
I tell you, I don't know anything about Thorne.
Doc Packard confessed, and you better if you know what's good for you.
I don't know anything.
You better make a dang good cover.
All right.
I'm over here, Bentley. Now drop that gun before I send you where you belong. Come over here. We got some talking to do. I know that you and Dr. Packard are mixed up with Thorne. You better tell me where he is. Come on, start talking, Bentley.
You're not Andy Jones. You look like him, but you're not.
Well, you want to argue that point?
You're holding up an officer of the law, whoever you are. Put down that gun and I'll let you go peaceful.
Hey, he's still stubborn.
You'll talk when I get through beating that thick skull of yours. Now, where's Thorne?
You better talk, or that mug of yours is going to look like a spoiled custard pie.
Go on, where is he?
Well, he's gone to raid the...
Hey, that looks like Thorne has been.
Sounds like Thorne's raiding again.
You're that dang Thorne that killed my brother Andy. I've been looking for you.
That's quite a coincidence, and I've been looking for you. We've got a little important business to take care of. All right, get your horse. You get mounted.
Where's Fuzzy? Thorne and his men have him. They're just heading for the shack.
Take care of him.
Take on every one of you. One at a time.
All right, boys, who wants to fight? Accommodated.
All right, that's enough. That's enough.
So you're Andy Jones's brother.
You're dang right I am. And you?
Shut up. I'll do the talking. I've got a paper here I want you to sign.
I ain't a-signing nothing. I know what you want. You want my brother Andy's land.
All right, boys, he wants to play some more. Let him have it. He's gone.
Reach. Anybody else feel ambitious? You all right, Fuzz?
Sure, I'm all right. 20 more minutes and I'd have him licked.
Take their guns. I told you once I'd have a lot of talking to do, Thorne, when the time came. Get the walking. Go on.
Judge, justice of peace, coroner, or anything else that I've forgotten. I find you low-livered hyenas guilty of murder, intent to kill, and kidnapping. And I hereby sentence you to life imprisonment.
Why, you're not a judge. You haven't any authority.
One more word out of you, and I'm going to fine you $10 for contempt of court. From now on, this valley's going to have law and order, and the citizens living here ain't going to be bothered with any more killers like you.
Take him away, Sheriff.
Your Honor, the prisoners are now in custody. Get moving. I said move. I ain't got no authority.
I've been sitting in this leather so long that my hide's getting raw. Hide. Pretty good, huh? Hey, how much further are we going to drive these critters?
This is it.
You mean we're going to make camp?
Right here.
Those are the sweetest words you've said in days.
Hey, Lowry. Come on up here. This is as far as we're going, Lowry.
The Medicine Pass is only 10 miles down the canyon.
I want to do a little investigating before I take the herd through that pass.
But my contract with Crockett calls for delivery on the Montana side.
And my job is to see that every pound of beef is delivered and paid for. Come on, we'll help the men get the herd settled down.
Hey, Fuzzy, what makes Billy so suspicious? There's rustling going on in the pass.
Well, he's just naturally curious, and when he gets a curious streak, there's no stopping him. Come on, horse.
Nice-looking bunch of cattle.
Yeah. Twice as big as the herd they drove in last year, Stanton.
Which makes the job more interesting. Steve, you and Squint ride over to the hideout. Tell Charlie Green to have his men ready. I want a word with Ed Lowry.
Okay, boss.
Missed you around the last week or so, Stanton.
I've been up to the county seat on the cattle deal that Shaw and I are going into.
Glad to see you back.
Glad to be back.
Got some business to attend to.
Lay my hand.
Just get back?
Yep. Joe Springer at the county seat has arranged to handle all the beef we can ship.
Good. Well, as soon as the Wyoming herd goes through the pass, we'll make a final cleanup. Then Crockett won't be able to fill his contracts. So we'll take over his packing plant and ship our own beef.
Not going to be as simple as that, Shaw. There's a double cross in the making.
What kind of a double cross?
The Wyoming herd has arrived.
Well, that's good, ain't it?
I talked to Ed Lowry. He's not bringing the cattle through Medicine Pass without the orders of Billy Carson.
Billy Carson? What's he got to do with it?
According to Lowry, everything. Carson's got wind of something.
Oh. Hey, maybe we get a break at that.
How do you figure?
Young Jack Crockett's in there losing heavily. I can get his IOU for enough to take over that packing plant without any trouble.
That doesn't fix Carson and the herd.
I know a way to handle him, too.
Just listen to the click of them chips and the whirl of that wheel. Brother, that's music to my ears. Sim, this is my lucky day.
Buzz, give me those trick pasteboards you got in your pocket.
Come on now, Billy, be reasonable.
I don't want you going getting in any trouble. Come on, shell out, shell out. Once more. Come again. No? These are the ones.
I wasn't going to use them. You know that.
No, I don't know that. Come on, Fuzz.
Are you gambling today?
No, not today, Margie, thanks.
Okay.
Remember, Fuzz, not a word about the Wyoming herd, no matter what you hear.
All ears and tongue-tied.
That's good.
Hey, that young Crockett?
Yeah, it looks like it.
I'll have 2 guards.
Hi, Carson. Hello, Shaw. Hello, Jack.
$50's all I got.
We gave you a break, son. Considering the last few rolls in the pot, I'm calling.
Queens, 3 of them.
Too bad, Crockett. I top you with 3 kings.
I'm through.
Sit down, Jack. I'll take your IOU. The name of Crockett's as good as gold here.
I'll try one more hand.
Good.
Jack, can I speak to you a minute?
Is it important?
Very. Can't wait.
Deal me out this one.
Just got in with the Wyoming herd.
My father and I have been expecting you. Glad you got in. How do the cattle look?
A1 shave. Losing?
Oh, they got into me a little, but my luck will change.
Can't force your luck, Jack. You know, I've just been itching to play a hand or two. Mind if I sit in your place?
Why, no.
No, I may not last very long. Then you can take over, okay?
Sure, you mind if I sit in a minute or two? Jack's going to rest a while.
I guess not. Sit down.
We have $200 worth of chips.
Butterfingers, that's me.
That goes for me, too. Leastwise, where the chips are concerned.
Ain't it the truth? You seem to be the only one that can make them stick to your fingers.
I got openers.
I'll see that. Raise it 10.
I'll see that 10 and double it.
Stops me.
I'm staying.
I'll raise that 25.
I'll see that 25 and 50 more.
The flesh is willing, but the spirit is weak.
Well, from now on, it's between you and me.
Yeah, it looks like a good time to get help from the deck. I'll just see your raise, sure.
Cards.
We have 2 cards.
I'll take one. Sure say so.
I hope you enjoy my conversation. Bet you $100.
Well, I'm going to let cash do my talking.
Well, I understand you're calling.
You do not. I've got 500 in greenbacks here. That says you're bluffing.
I'll call that. What do you got?
Aces and 8.
I guess sure when Hammond dealt you 2 aces, he forgot and dealt me 3.
Are you suggesting that I was dealing from a stacked deck?
I'm suggesting nothing. There's 5 aces on the table.
Why?
Such guns are dangerous.
This is the deck we started with. The ones on the floor from the stacked deck the Tin Horn got when he picked up that card. I'm curious about the way you play with those bangles of yours, sure.
Boy, it's only a habit.
Only a habit, eh? And I'm curious about you, too.
Me?
Yeah, you and your openers.
They were kings, spades, and diamonds. Jumping Judas if they ain't still paired. You'll have to take my word for it.
It's good enough for me. But I think they dealt you that pair just to keep you in, to make this frame look convincing.
Well, I reckon you're convinced, too, that this tin-horn gambler was playing a lone hand.
I wouldn't say that.
Your hand's called again, Shaw.
It's his 6-shooter that's calling for him. Everybody knows I never carry a gun.
I tell you what I'll do. I'll ditch my gun if you'll take off that coat of yours.
It's a deal. The deal's off. He's only trading his 6-shooter for Squint's shotgun. Crockett's in cahoots with him.
I'm only an interested bystander, and I'll expect all of you to follow my example.
Are you satisfied?
Yeah.
must have been hopping mad at each other.
Well, yes and no, Sheriff. It was the wind-up of an argument about curiosity.
Was Fancy Fingers there in on the curiosity argument, too?
Those fingers of his was the real cause of it.
What's the matter, Hammond? You lose your gun?
Why, I must have lost it in the shuffle.
Well, never mind. You won't be needing it where you're going.
Yeah?
When I told you to stay out of Teton City, I wasn't talking just to hear myself talk.
Sure, Sheriff, sure.
Well, I'll give you one more chance to get out and stay out.
Okay.
Well, get going. I'm giving you a last warning, Shaw. Any more roughhouse, and I'll put a padlock on this place.
All right. I'll keep it quiet, Sheriff.
You'd better. As long as I'm sheriff, this is going to be a law-abiding community.
Hey, where'd I collect?
Collect what?
Well, one chip, $1. Before this game was messed up, we was winners.
What do you mean, we?
Well, my curious friend and me.
The game wasn't even finished. It was broken up.
That's right, sure. Broken up with 5 aces.
And you're a slick-fingered gambler.
Under the circumstances, Shaw, I think it'd be best to pay off.
All right, Sheriff. Come on, you and your hat full.
I told you this is my lucky day. My dice never lie.
I'll see you outside, Bud.
Hey, Joe. Cash him in.
Thanks, partner.
Didn't the sheriff give you orders?
Yeah, his orders keep me from working my trade hereabouts. But with you, everything's fine and dandy.
I see you got your gun back.
Yeah, nothing like a gun to help settle an argument.
Well, then the argument you have is with Carson, not me. Right now, his sidekick with the whiskers is cashing in on every dollar chip I have. I'm cleaned out.
I'll take my cut from the big safe in there.
Well, you know I can't do that. That's the cattleman's bank. I can't just help myself to the customer's money.
What about tapping the deposit that was made to pay for the Wyoming herd? Certainly you won't need all that money after they cross Medicine Pass.
What do you know about the Wyoming herd?
Enough to hang Stanton and you.
This sounds like a shakedown.
Call it what you like, but I want my cut.
All right, you'll get it. But you have to give me time.
Well, I happen to be in a hurry.
The card's stacked against you, Hammond. I could blow you out like a light and say you held me up for getaway money.
Yeah, but everybody knows you never carry a gun.
I could say I had to rustle your gun to do it. Yeah, I could get away with murder. And if I don't hear you tell what you know about the Wyoming herd, I will.
Everybody in there, including the sheriff, saw that my holster was empty. And nobody knows that I got the extra gun.
I think you're lying.
Yeah, but you ain't sure. This happens to be an honest sheriff, and if I'm rubbed out, things are going to look mighty funny to him. You said you could get up. Well, here's your chance to prove it, Shaw. I'm going out.
You're the only man that ever saw me draw and walk away. Well, you'd better keep going because I'll kill you on sight.
I said I was going out. And what I know about the Wyoming herd goes with me.
That's right.
I know a few things you'd like to hear.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
On account of the sheriff, we'll have to do our talking out of town.
Okay. Well, what's on your mind?
A couple of things. But first, I want to know why you made a chump of me.
Because you're a disgrace to your profession. You see, I ran in that extra ace from this deck here after I watched you deal from the bottom when you trimmed young Jack Crockett. against my principles. To cheat,
You didn't hesitate to palm off an ace on me and had me run out of town.
That's right.
Why, you...
6 and an ace. Ha, old man, look. That seems to be our lucky day.
Where'd you get that gun?
Hammond. He'll probably be needing it, seeing he's been run out of Montana. Hey, what'd you find out?
Bud, did you notice how anxious Shaw was to get Crockett's IOUs?
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah, there's something much bigger going on than I suspected. Let's get the medicine fast.
You cheated me, Hammond.
I never saw a loser yet that didn't squawk.
When the play's on the level, I'll take the bad with the good.
What do you want?
The money you stole from me.
Go see Shaw. He's running the game.
You'll go with me.
That shot came from over there. I want Billy Carson.
Who did you murder and when?
I don't seem to remember. Must have been walking around in my sleep, Buzz.
Oh, box stop. Unlucky day.
In which case we separate here.
Separate? Why?
I want to find out what that murder's all about. Now, you go on back to camp and tell Lowry not to move that herd until he hears from me.
Where are you going? It ain't healthy for you to run around alone.
I'm going to find out what that murder's all about. See you back at camp, Buzz.
Oh, all right.
Wait a minute. Isn't that Carson?
Well, it sure is. He's making for the Wyoming line.
He's safe for a while, but I'm fixing things so I can tag him in Wyoming or kingdom come.
Hey, you're late. What detained you?
I had a little trouble. Came around the long way. How's everything out there?
All right. We're ready to start with the pass any time you give the word.
Well, right now, Lowry, I'm suspicious of everybody.
Dave Crockett's as straight as a string.
I know that, but how about the rest of the packing company? Can you say as much for them?
There ain't any, excepting his son, Jack.
Say, that must be the fellow that...
Listen, will you stop biting my glove? Where can old man Crockett be reached?
At the Triangle Store in Montana.
I think I better have a talk with him before I move those cows through the pass.
Well, you're going to eat first, ain't you?
Right now, Fuzz, I'm as hungry as you always are. Come on. Fuzz, I have some unfinished business with you.
With me?
Uh-huh. I once had certain stacks of chips that represented an investment. And
I was just coming around to that business. In fact, you took the words right out of my mouth. Of course, you realize that nobody'd know which chips were whose after you got careless and mixed them up, but I aim to be fair.
Yep, you're the one and only Fuzzy Fairplay Jones.
That's me, and to prove it to you, I'm going to split 50-50. To make this arithmetic more simplified, I'm going to start at the bottom with the $1 readers. Now, here's one for you and one for me. Two for you and 1, 2 for me. 3 for you, 1, 2, 3 for me.
Hey, Fuzz, you sure are good at arithmetic, aren't you?
Good. The highest marks in school. Now there's 4 for you. 1, 2, 3, and 4 for me. 5 for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for me. 6 for you. 1, 2,
wait a minute,
3.
Fuzz. Hold up before you start to short changes, huh?
Well, I know you did the work, but I did all the worrying, so I'm entitled to a profit.
Well, now let's see here. This would make about what young Jack Crockett lost in the poker game, you know? And that's about what I lost. And this is what you get for your worrying.
Didn't do much worrying, did I?
No, not very much. Now, I'm going into town to have a talk with old man Crockett. Goodbye, Fuzz.
Ain't nobody nowhere just like Billy Carson.
Maybe. But considering things, he shouldn't keep his dates alone.
He always chooses to play solitaire when things are shaping to bust wide open.
That's what I figured.
And ain't nobody dares interfere except me. I always wait till he gets going good wherever he's going before I start trailing him.
All right, mister, why'd you take a shot at me?
Why are you so interested in our stock?
I beg your pardon, ma'am. I thought you were...
Never mind what you thought. What are you doing trespassing on Triangle Star Land? Give me my rifle.
I'm sorry, ma'am.
You did that on purpose.
I know I didn't. The rope got stuck around your ankle.
My
then.
dad'll fix you for this.
All right, well, we let him handle it because I'm on my way to see him right now. Come on now.
Go away and leave me alone.
Until the last 6 months, Stanton, I've always met my notes on time. You will admit that.
Maybe I didn't make myself clear. What I'm worried about is security to cover the notes, not the payment.
Well, the cattle I've got coming will more than do that.
Providing there isn't another short count on this side of the pass.
What do you want me to do?
Well, so as to satisfy the bank examiners, supposing you give me something in writing. That you'll surrender the packing plant and the Triangle Star if you can't meet your note.
Well, the notes are not due until the 1st of the month. That's 5 days away. All right, Stanton. I'll be glad to do it. Come into my office.
Yes, Babs?
I brought someone to see you.
I'll be there in a minute. I think that's what you want. Look it over. What kept you?
I was delayed, Dad, by a mistake.
Yes, sir. Sort of a mutual mistake.
Mr. Carson was on his way to see you when we met, so we decided to come along together. Shake hands with my dad.
How do you do? How do you do, sir?
Mr. Carson's riding with the Wyoming herd. That's what he wants to talk to you about.
Yes, we've had a long trip. We haven't lost a horn or a pound of beef. I'm expecting that the herd will come through the pass the same way. What makes you think that they won't? Well, every cattle deal you've made lately have gone into the Wyoming end with a long count and come out the Montana side with a short one. Son, perhaps you're forgetting my name is Crockett. That may be, sir, but the herds haven't tallied at both ends of the pass.
You see, Dad was laid up with injuries for almost a year. Charlie Green and my brother Jack were running the business. Then Green disappeared when Dad recovered.
That's when I first found out what was going on. Green was crooked. I don't doubt your word, sir, but just so that history doesn't repeat itself, I'm asking you to take delivery on the Wyoming side.
Well, that seems fair enough under the circumstances, Dad.
Can I butt in? Dave, I couldn't help overhearing your conversation.
This is Harry Stanton. He and Shaw do my banking. I know Mr. Shaw. I've had dealings with him.
You took a chance crossing back into Montana, Carson.
You think so?
Carson's wanted for murder.
Figuring on collecting the reward, Mr. Stanton?
That's the sheriff's business. It's mine to advise Mr. Crockett not to have a deal with you.
Well, unless he does, the herd stays in Wyoming. Lowry will have something to say about that.
The contract calls for delivery in Teton City, Montana. That's where the payoff will be.
And I still say the herd stays where it is unless payment is made, or I'm sure it's safe to take them through the pass. Goodbye, Dad.
hoping to meet up with you, Billy.
You sort of jumped to conclusions accusing me of killing someone, Sheriff.
That gambler you left town with was found dead.
Oh, so that's it. Well, I gave the fella a good beating, but I didn't shoot him.
You sure you didn't use a little Derringer?
I never owned one. Why?
Well, if you didn't rub out Hammond, then why did you try to get away from me?
Well, that's easy. Save my own neck. I've been reading your advertising.
Well, you shouldn't have come back across the state line. Stick out your wrists.
Hold it, Sheriff. Now climb down. Keep your gun on him, Billy.
Okay. As a parting thought, Sheriff, 3 men were cheated by that gambler. One of them might have carried a Derringer.
Funny, I didn't think of that. But there's only 2. Shaw never carries a gun.
I beg your pardon. I stand corrected.
Cock it along your horse. I'll turn yours loose later.
Come on, Fred.
Where do we go now? Back to Wyoming?
No, we're going into Teton City. I want to see young Jack Crockett.
But you can't go in
Now,
there.
don't worry about it. We'll be in and out of town before the sheriff gets there. Fuzz, come on.
All clear.
Looks like you're getting ready to close up shop.
No, I'm just arranging how they can take over. I'm leaving town.
Why?
To clear you of the charge of killing Hammond. You got into a jam on my account when you slipped that 5th ace in the deal and turned Hammond up as a crook.
Wait a minute. How'd you know that? I wasn't dealing.
I heard you tell him.
You mean you saw Hammond alive after me and Billy rode out?
It was after that I killed him. I was trying to get back the money I lost.
Whose guns did you use, Jack?
Hammond's.
Hammond's, eh? Then you couldn't have done it.
Well, I must have, I tell
Now,
you.
take it easy. I just had an argument with the sheriff. He claims that Hammond was killed by a bullet from a Derringer. So you couldn't have done it.
Derringer? That's a relief. Can you prove it?
That's what I intended to. Right now, I need your help to get the Wyoming herd through Medicine Pass.
You see, we're responsible for him.
Well, I'm as much concerned seeing they get through as you fellas. What do you want me to do?
You think you can round up enough men to patrol the pass from one end to the other?
You bet I can. I'll have them here within an hour.
Just a minute, Jack. I got something for you.
What's this?
Money you lost at the poker game. See, Fuzzy collected the chips and sure paid off.
Just like a slot machine.
Thanks, fellas.
I'll go up and round up those men, and we'll wait here for you, Jack.
What's going on here?
Getting together some men to patrol Medicine Pass.
We're in for trouble.
What's wrong?
There's a paper I got Crockett to sign giving us the Triangle Star packing plant if the Wyoming cattle don't arrive. And young Crockett's hiring men to make sure they do.
We'll put a stop to that.
Boys, Jack Crockett is hiring men down at his office. I want you two to bust it up.
Do anything you have to do to keep them from going to work for him.
What's it all about?
We haven't time to waste. Do like I said and do it quick.
Right.
Men, it's very important to me that these cattle get through without any trouble. You all know there's been rustling in Medicine Pass. The work's liable to be dangerous, but we're willing to pay top wages. Now, what do you say?
That sounds good to me. But how do we know we're going to be paid? I hear Crockett is short on ready cash.
We Crockett's always make good on what we say.
Anybody that wants to can get a week's pay in advance.
The law's after Carson, men. With him in the deal, it don't look good to me.
Me neither. Anyhow, what good will the money do us if we're killed by the rustlers?
We're not sure there'll be any rustlers. We're only playing safe.
Safe for Crockett, not the rest of us.
Don't be fools and fall for that cheap talk and big promises.
That's your opinion, mister. If you don't like it, you can get out.
Suppose you try and put me out. I said, suppose you try and put me out.
You can't get away with that.
What do you say, boys? Are you with me?
Yeah.
I knew I could depend on you men.
We still have a chance to stop Crockett. You know where the Wyoming herd is camped?
Yes.
Ride out to Medicine Pass. Charlie Green is there with his men. Tell him that I said to get his boys.
Still waiting for that Wyoming herd.
We're going to change our plans this time, Charlie. Young Crockett's putting out a patrol in the pass to see if nothing happens to the cattle.
What do we do? Let them through?
No, you stampede them before they get started. They're bedded down just across the Montana line. Scatter them throughout the 2 states.
How about grabbing some of them as usual?
No, just get them on the run and keep them going.
Right. Get your horses, boys. We're riding.
This is as far as I go.
We'll start through the pass with the herd at daylight tomorrow.
I don't see how anything can happen the way we got the pass covered.
I don't either.
Snake eyes. Wow, that's bad.
Look. Hey, these guys don't lie. Honestly don't.
Not much they don't. We'll be seeing you, Jack. Come on, Fred.
All right, men. You know what to do. Now get out there and do it.
This is mine this time.
Deal them out. Let's go.
We move in the morning, Lowry.
You hear that, boys?
Yeah.
What happened to the herd? All right, get mounted, men.
Who hired you to stampede those cattle?
Yeah, talk and talk fast.
You're both wasting your breath.
Now, you won't have any to waste when we get through with you. Let's take care of him now.
Here comes later. Get his horse. We're heading back to... Come on.
All right, come on, get up.
Get anything out of him?
Not a word. You're lucky Carson's taking you away before the men get back. They'd shoot you on sight. Billy, I guess you know you're a fool to be doing this. You're still wanted for murder.
Am I? Well, as long as I stay on this side of the state line, I'll be all right. Get up there, Gus.
Beat it back to the hideout. Stay there.
Come on. We don't want to let him get out of sight.
Get out of sight? Why, he's leaving a trail as plain as the whiskers on your chin. Look at that, Bud. Put a small hole in his saddlebag and fill it with salt. Go on foot from here, Fud.
And I beat it back here just as fast as my horse would bring me.
You don't know who done the shooting?
No, why?
I'm the only man come back here. The rest of them went into town after the stampede.
Yeah?
Hey, what's this?
Stick 'em up. See what's behind those rocks, Bud. Come on, man, move out. So this is it.
Yeah, pretty smart hideout.
Yeah. Well, I'll be plenty glad to get a hold of you two. I'll send the patrol in the pass to help with the herd, Fuzz. Pick you up later. I'm going to tell Crockett what happened. Come on. Keep Green and that other fella undercover. Don't tell anybody about him. I have an idea that we can scare him into telling us what we want to know.
I think you're right.
When do you think you'll reach Rocky Creek with the herd?
About noon?
Well, we'll ride out and meet you after I tell Stanton that I've got plenty of security to cover my notes.
All right, Mr. Crockett.
I'll only be a minute. Hello, Stanton.
Hello, Crockett.
Hello, Crockett. Got some good news for you.
You have?
Carson recovered the cattle that were rustled in Medicine Pass.
Well, that is good news.
I'll say it is. I was afraid that the Triangle Star was a goner.
Is the cattle being driven over your place?
Yes. I just thought I'd drop in and let you know.
Well, thanks. Yeah, thank you. See you later. Well, we've let the triangle star slip right through our fingers.
No, we haven't. There's only one water hole between Hidden Valley and Crockett's Ranch. And I'm going to make certain that when that herd drinks, it'll get no further. Come on.
Who's that down there?
One of them looks like Stanton.
Oh, I wonder what they're putting in the water.
Those cattle won't last 15 minutes after they drink this water. Get to Billy Carson. Tell him that the water's been poisoned.
But, Dad,
Do as I tell you. I'll hold them off. You take care of Crockett. I'll get the girl.
Now, if you keep quiet, nothing will happen to you.
My father and brother will kill you for this.
Time for us to clear out of Montana. You take the girl across the state line and keep her until I meet you.
Where are you going?
Into town to clear up things. Hey, Joe, get those cattle watered down right away.
I could use some of that water myself.
Me too.
Now, let's go get it.
Oh, boy, this is going to taste good.
Okay, Fuzz, you first.
Stanton poisoned the water.
Poison the water.
Fellas, get those cattle back. The water's poisoned.
Water's poisoned. Bring those cattle back.
Crockett, where's Barbara?
She rode to warn you.
That's funny. We passed Stanton out in the range. He was heading towards town alone.
Yeah. Well, maybe the other fella caught up with her.
Was he? Take him back to camp, then get half the men and scour the range between here and the state line. I'm going into town after Stanton. Go on.
Oh! Let's get to a doctor. Come on.
Seems like we both had the same idea, Stanton.
No, something unexpected came up and I was going to fix the whole...
You weren't going to run out and leave me holding the bag.
Why, sure, I've always played fair with you. You two still mad at each other? I caught him robbing the safe, and he killed Stanton. Now, wait a minute. That ain't the way I heard it.
Here's the Derringer you were looking for, Sheriff. Would you like to see a slug from it?
It would help.
Shaw fired this at me a little while ago.
Those two bullets came from the same gun. Come on, Shaw.
Good work, Bud.